Okay, good. Hey, Seth, how are you doing? Yeah, good, very good. Okay, okay, that's good. Okay, so I think now we are free to go. We just right. So today we are just gonna try to just do some demonstrations, do some coding about this page here. Making it a bit responsive. It's not even changing that much these days. I don't know. I don't know if why they made it plus. I mean, they made it static these days. It's supposed to change its scale something, yeah. But anyway, okay. Let me see. Let me try to refresh and then see how is it looking like. Okay, I think the way it's scaling stuff. In the way they are doing here, like in the okay. So that's what you're gonna do actually. What you're going to do, you're just trying to reproduce this one at least as much as we can. Let's see, and then see how we can build it. Yeah, like this is it, like in mobile, and this is it in desktop, and then in mobile you could see that these elements are coming down together, and this one is like almost being in the center, always like always in the center. Yeah, so we just try to reproduce this one as we can, and then from there, yeah. So let me just initialize the repo. No, I think I'm not gonna just do any repo. I'm just going to let me see. Okay, okay. Let me put some in the CD and then the CD. I think it was E, and then go to E, and then you go to document, and then we go to persona, then we go to CTD, then we go to projects. Okay. Okay. Let's say MKDR, then let's say Google page. Then I'm gonna say Google homepage, and then I'm gonna say this one, and then I'm gonna say okay, then I'm gonna open the code in Google. So I want this session to be like more interactive. So anytime I'm saying something, maybe it's not understandable to stop me out. Maybe you can even send something in the chat so we can like have fun together and then make it interactive. Yeah. So yeah, because I'm pretty sure I'll be tackling a few things that might be confusing. Then you let me know in the conversation, or you can even stop me. Right? Okay. Okay. I didn't initialize the repository mainly. Yeah. But I can still create a repo and then link it to the project. So because there is two way to start a project. Yeah, you can start the project right away to GitHub, and then you clone it to your local repository, or you can just create a normal repository and then you create also a folder separately, and then you just link your folder to be tracked by GitHub. Then and then you can also post to remote. So if we have to do it, then I'm doing the second way, the second option. Yeah. Let's add a new file. So this is our home folder, and most of the time the way we structure this, we can have something like let's say here we can have images. Okay, I don't know. It depend of people. It depend of people, but some people will just put images here. Also, some other people will say put like sorry, let's say images. They is like taking time to to run the file and then create a file. Let's give it a try. And then some other people will create also something like style that have, let's start with CSS. Uh-huh. Oh, this is not usual thing. Let me try to close some tabs here. I don't know. Okay, close this one. So, which is gonna close? Let me see. Okay, you see that I'm having a style folder which has a style CSS here. I'm having images here, and I can put my images there. After that, let's see. Then I will also have index HTML, and index HTML have to be like, okay, yeah, I can call it index HTML. Have to be um, HTML. Have to be like the root directory of the thing. So it should be in the root directory. And whenever I'm talking about the root directory, it means it should be like in the folder called homepage, which is our project and stuff like that. Yeah. So the index HTML should be there, and then if by accident or maybe I'm having a HGS, then I would be also have to create like something like app.js. So the naming doesn't really matter. You can call it app.js, you can call it like index.js. So depending on how you want to call it, yeah. For me, I prefer to call them app.js, and that's how it is. Those are the structures, yeah. So those are the structure of how you could create mobile, something like that. So what we mainly you're gonna do, we're going to design this page here, and we try to make it like being responsive. You see that whenever it's like this one are going here, but this one are staying on the center of everything every time. And never different from like the mobile and the desktop is like these navigations are on the right and these navigations are on the left. Yeah. So whenever we resizing this screen, let me see. Whenever we're resizing the screen, we see that the thing that was on the left, they just coming down there, and this one are coming down there, and then this also thing they are just a bit scaling. So they are doing something like a wrapper things. It's all out. So oh, that's it. That's what we're gonna mainly doing, right? So I'm just taking you through steps in doing that. So okay, first of all, let me just maybe recommend some few let me recommend some few of the extensions that we use while you are doing we are coding in HTML CSS. The first one will be like okay, the first one will be like Prettier. There are a bunch of them, but almost like not even almost always go with the thing that are like you see. It's like I would say, you can say just is verified, and then also check the number of wait. Let me check always check the number of downloads. Yeah. So the more it downloads, the more it's downloaded, the more it's popular, the more it's accurate. Also checks the stars. You can see this one is you can see this one is like it's like all these are the reviews they get, the rate, okay, not reviews, the rate, and also check the author if he is legit or something like that. And you can also check the documentation as well. So this one will help us to format the code. I think there is some small description. They say it's like an opinionated code formatter, yeah. So it format the code, probably removing some unnecessary spaces, something like that. And also, maybe let's say we open things, we open maybe a bracket, we forget to close it, then it will have to mention somewhere, some ways. Um, also, and so on, actually, and so on. And then they say here, oh, sorry, I wasn't supposed to close. Let's open it. Let me open it again. Okay, here we go. Was talking about prettier. Um, I was saying that is a code formatter. And then here they say it's, I don't know, let me just decrease a bit. They say it enforces a consistent style by parsing your code and then reprinting it with its own rule that takes the maximum lines length into accounts, wrapping code, and when necessary. So those are the what the thing it does, right? And then they say the language that's being supported is here, like JavaScript, TypeScript, Flow, J6, JSON, CSS, and then less in this one. And then also HTML and so on. So those are the languages that's supported, yeah? So that's the first one. I don't know if you can also install this one. This one, Prettier ESLint also, it can also help you. Yes, it can also help you in more format JavaScript and TypeScript code using the Prettier ESLint. So this most of the time this one is formatting the JavaScript and TypeScript, mainly JavaScript, yeah. And then let's say live code. Okay, no, live server. So this live server is this one. This one helps you to run. Okay, it's help you to run your HTML. Okay, it's help you to run the preview for your HTML. So it's open like a web browser, and then for you, and then anytime you change something, it means like it's being applied automatically. So it just simplifies you the thing of running. Because I saw someone that whenever he changed something, he have to save and then go again to the browser and then call the thing and then choose headache, right? But if you're having this live server, it means we just have to oh, really? Okay, let me see just code and then so that I can show you what I did. Okay. Oh, really? My mic is breaking. Oh, sorry. Is the mic okay right now? Let me know, Sweta. Oh, okay. So this right now is okay, right? Okay. Okay. Thank you for mentioning that. Okay. So what I was saying about the left server is like you see this HTML here, then I could see a preview. You see, whenever I say right click on index HTML, then they say open with live server just because you have what, or you can still use if you're on Windows, you can then use this shortcut here. I don't know the alternative of it on the Mac, but you can even check in Mac OS whenever you install it, you can see it here. So basically, let's see. Let me just click here so it's open here. So basically, it's like whenever I open the live server, then it will just create a server preview on the web browser, and then the good thing is like I don't have again to to open it again every time, but anytime I just need maybe I made some changes here. You see, like my file is empty, and then whenever I apply those changes, and then it's going to be applied. That's the idea of having the live server stuff, right? So that's one. That is also you see, it's like just simplifies you this work of going to the file, open the file, and so on. Yeah. So let me find another extension. Auto close. Okay. For me, I also use this auto close tag, and this one it just helped me to automatically close the HTML tag whenever I open it. Yeah. Most people that whenever they open it, they also again go all the way go and close. What I mean is like if let's say I have to say like HTML um HTML. Normally, you see that this one, I will open it here. Let me see. Okay, I don't know. I think my VS Code is still running. I don't know why it's overrunning this all this time. But whenever once you install this one, whenever you do this, mainly once you do this and then you click here, it's like auto close this one automatically. Let me see if they need like thing. It doesn't need anything. So yeah, that's idea. Yeah, this thing here. Think yeah, I think that's how you could need this one to do that. Also close it will help you do that. Sometimes I used to use this one. Okay, I use some bunch of them. That's just to help me and then use them. Let me try to find something else that is useful. Let me see. Let me see. AJS, AJS. Like this AJS is for JavaScript. Let's see. Okay. Okay, you can also install this one. It 30 cents, yeah. HTML and CSS supports, and they're saying this one and the ID attribute completion for Visual Studio Code. So it's also supporting you to help you to identify like something. Let's say like here they're saying like HTML ID and classes attribute completion for this one. So it's just trying to check whatever you have. When you guys see is like, oh, it's having like 35 millions of downloads. So that's accurate. For me, that's definitely accurate. Yeah. So another thing that you can also use, I don't know, depend of you, but also use this icon font, and you could see that my VS Code having is giving like icon for every files I'm adding. You see, every file I'm adding is giving me an icon. This is nice, nice, good, nice things. Also, that's it's giving you that one, yeah. So let's see, ident rainbow, something like that. Just click TypeScript, material icon. You can also install this material icon and stuff like that. Sleepy. Okay, I think this one was also useful back then, but now it's duplicated. It was also having but it's no longer supported. And this one was helping us to complete the code. Yeah, with this one you were able to complete the code, but I'm pretty sure that there is some other alternative currently. Let's say Visual Studio Code. This one disable this extension as it's currently conflicting with existing conflict. So yeah, I'm having something that is conflicting with it is because this section is duplicated and no longer in maintenance. So yeah, but this one was useful, and I'm pretty sure that I'm using something that's also doing the same case. It's whether let me see if it's yeah, I think the HTML CSS supports will do the work. Is the one that's doing this work of this one today. And so on. So yeah, that was a bit. It's okay. Yeah, it's opened already. You see now, it's opening the preview here. So okay, the logic is I don't know. Last time I checked, mine was not working. Yeah, last time I checked, mine was not working. My preview. Let me check. So okay, for me, I usually use this shortcut here, and then it's generate everything for me here. Yeah, and then you can just change. Let's say Google. See, go here, go home page, and then we can see what's happening here. Let's say Google homepage. Normally, if I just save here, normally it's supposed to run this server and there's something. But apart from that one, I don't know. That what I said. Mine wasn't working recently. I don't know what happened. Maybe there was some conflicting stuff. But you see, whenever I just reload, it's just detect the changes I did. Yeah. So it doesn't require you again to go there and then whatever. So most of the time, I usually, I think the low service there, right? So those are the few things. That's my things, right? Um, what else did I forget about the introduction? The introduction we're doing. Let's see. Okay, now we did the introduction, stuff like that. So I think now we can now tackle how to structure your code. So as you saw, like during the weeks, the previous week and this current week are probably uh, whenever we are creating web applications, we have to differentiate. We have like three main components. Let's just say three main components that help us to create web pages. We have first, which is HTML, and the HTML is the makeup language. Yeah. Whenever I'm saying makeup language, this means like HTML creates the layouts and the structures of our web pages. Yeah. The HTML creates the layouts and the structures of our web pages. Yeah. So whenever we go to CSS as a C style, we call like cascading style sheet. It means this one give our structures. It give us our layouts, some styles, yeah, some design, like the beauty part of our website. Let's say if maybe you want to change the color or something, you want to round some button, you want to change maybe an overing effect or active effect or click effects or something like that. You all those things we always use CSS for that one. So everything that makes beauty our page, then that's CSS. Yeah. So whenever we're talking about JavaScript, this one we are talking about interactions. Yeah, the interaction are different. Yeah, from animations, from user click, from login, sending data to the backend, and all those things. Interaction parts. Whenever we're talking about interaction parts, the way of pages being dynamic. Now the page is being dynamic. Now you can click a button and then it takes you somewhere and do fetch some data. So all those things. You can have animations. We can have different things. All those side, all those parts, they just come in to support our web pages. Yeah. So and all those things they're being built by basically JavaScript. Yeah. Give me a minute. Let me see. Sorry, let me check. Let me try to fix something here in the stream. Am I recording? Um, yeah, I think I don't want to miss recording. Last time I just recorded and I couldn't get any voice. So yeah. Okay. I think I'm recording everything's cool. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. So that's the two things that you have to differentiate, yeah. But if you have to differentiate that, and whenever we just picture this thing, the HTML is like the pillar of all those things, because like the HTML, that's the one that's and whenever we're talking about HTML, it's like just something that's been growing, yeah, because they're coming from some version to version until we reach the version we are currently in, yeah. Before they were using XML, and XML was like also in form of tags, but in a weird way. Let's see XML code sample. Let's see if you're gonna see some code sample of XML here. Um, yeah, you could see that how the XML was, like how it was. This one, XML, and then say image, and then image, stuff like that. And let's see this one, this bunch of code. So this how the HTML was before, because before it was in XML format, and then it was like developing itself until like right now we could write clear. And then if you could see this one is not okay. It's like much thing to do because you have to create a single element for everything, which made it like a bit difficult and a headache actually to build like a page of like I don't know how many sessions or of how many pages or something like that. So it was very huge to make a big to realize like build a full website. Yeah, so that's why they have to make it like an easy way that HTML so that it can be like used to do. Yeah, so that's the idea and that's how it's scaling from. Yeah, so okay, so HTML is let's say just the pillar, the backbone, because HTML is the one that is like trying to link and to link different parts, yeah. Because if let's say inspect the code, we see that this code here, the web page we're having here, um, all of them, all the elements you can see them here. You could see the them. Sometimes I usually even think that everything are being I used to think that everything were being compiled or were being converted to HTML and CSS, HTML or something like that. But and it was until I realized that there was styles here. It could consider the styles, the layouts, and the events. These events will be like JavaScript, everything that can be supported and stuff like that. Yeah. So that's it, right? So the way we're talking about is like this is the pillar of the thing. This is the one creating structures, yeah. And the way it's being interpreted is like is like uh I mean it's like a structure which is like it's a parent child. I think they call it like hierarchical, like ranked, yeah. So from parent to child, whereby we're having the most top parent being HTML, and then we're having the head and the body that has on the same rank, and then we're having this meta title. Yeah, we can have like that. We can have like here P or something like that. We can have P here. We can have a lot of things. Then we can have these here and stuff like that. But it's like being ranked, like if I can say like a tree or something like that, right? That's the thing that being structured, yeah. So whenever we're talking about DOM, it's just like an API. JavaScript being a programming languages access to this document. It means like the JavaScript is like accessing this HTML element via like something like an API form or something like that. So I guess everything is clear, right? Because like JavaScript itself is like the programming languages, right? It's programming languages, and we can even call it a runtime using the V8 because in the browser they are using the V8 a runtime. The browser is using the V8 runtime alongside with JavaScript to retrieve data information on the web. So it means like the HTML is that the JavaScript is just getting a way to access all of this. Yeah, it's like scrapping. I don't know if you can understand scrapping, but scrapping is mainly getting information from a web page and then use those information. So in that way, but it's not really scrapping. It's just accessing them using the DOM API. And the DOM API is it's a lesson, it's a great lesson about it. I don't know. Maybe we get time to dig deep a bit about it, but that's what you have to understand for now, yeah. So what I'm saying about things is like I can come here and say like the body. Sorry. Okay. I can make the body, yeah, to be to have like a background. Let's say BG color to be black, But if I save, you will see that it will never being applied. Yeah, it will never being applied. It will never being applied. I can also come here and then say console and then say console.log and then say hello world. Um, and it's also never be applied, even though I have to go to the inspector that I can inspect. I even go to console, but I won't really see anything. I'm not seeing anything. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything so far. Nothing. I'm not seeing anything in console log there. Why? Because the pillar, which is like this time, is not really having access to it. Yeah, it's not really having access to it. But we have to give it access. We have to give it access, and whenever we're giving it access, then we see that everything now coming through it. Yeah, the first access to do access HTML. So giving access HTML and the CS in JavaScript are two different things. Yeah, we can give we can just give access to the SCSS using the link tag, and let's say you can say give it access using the link tag. And if you check the link tag, let's see if they're gonna provide something about a link. Elements allow author to link their documents to other resources. Yeah, so that's it. It just link us to link our document to the other resources, right? So I need to say that the thing is in style and then style.css. If I just save this one, you have to see the background be black. So it means like then our style is being applied. Then our style to be black is being applied. Same thing as the JavaScript. So what you have to differentiate is like for with CSS we use link, but with JavaScript we use script. We use a script tag. We use script tag to link from source, and then we say like app.js. And then if we only save this one, then you're probably seeing hello world here. So now we're successfully linking our two pages, our application, like from the now the JavaScript can have access to our DOM elements or this element, and then it's going to have this thing, yeah. So that's how we start, like mainly that's how we start, and that's how we picture as well. So it means that whenever we want to write styles, whenever we want to write do some design of our web pages, we will be requiring and we'll be writing them in HTML. And whenever we want to do some interactions, maybe you want to animate something, or maybe you want to do dynamic stuffs, we'll be using JavaScript and so on. Yeah. So there is different type. I think you saw different type of linking variables. Okay, there is also different type of writing CSS. There is also different type of writing JavaScript and stuff like that. But most of time, people advise that you put your script at the end. Why at the end? Because like putting it here, and let's say we have in our dynamic page, it's happened that we're having an error. It means then I mean, because like whenever we're talking about HTML, things are static, yeah. So it means whenever we're running it in the browser, things are being painted. That's how we call it, yeah. Things are being things are being painted, yeah. So painted line after line. Whenever we write like line after line, there's painting things, yeah. So if it happened that uh, this thing is here, and this thing is like JavaScript handles dynamic things, and then maybe while handling dynamic things, it faces an issue which it shouldn't stop, which is not supposed to affect the static part. It means then our static part will be also affected. Yeah. So it's now in one way, if we're having an error here, let's see. Let's see. Oh, through. Okay, let's see. It's supposed to throw something like, you see, it's throwing an error here, right? Okay, let me just come here and then say color. Okay. I don't know if you notice what is happening, right? You'll notice what is happening, yeah? What is happening is I do have a text here. Oh, I deleted it. Okay. Just write something here. Okay. Something that's happening. Let me see. Let me see this. Okay. Okay. Actually, this is working. I'm going to Okay. I'm just going to write a term of functions. Yeah. Okay. I think this will just give us a good example. Let's try. Let's try this out. Um. Okay. Mhm. Okay. So it's like, okay. The thing is, you see, whenever we're writing this one up here, and then we're having this static delimit here. So I don't know. I don't get any example like right away that we could use whereby we could see that this one is being affected. Um Let me see. Let me do this. Let me try this. Mhm. Mhm. Okay, let me see. Yeah. Actually, what I wanted to show is like we see this one after the 10 second actually, but I think it's not the good right scenario right now, right? Okay, what I'm trying to say is normally if there is something fishy happening here, if there is something wrong happening in this file, and which may block the execution of the application, then you will never display these static files. Yeah, that's why they usually advise to put this thing here.
at the end, because like this is supposed to have the dynamic part of the thing, right? So whenever it's finishing, like whenever that's all the static file have been running, that's when you can then you can make a call to the dynamic things. Yeah, that's why people are like, that's why they're advising, like, so that's why they advise to they're advised to have this thing down at the end. So may also be used to that one, putting them at the end. Most of people put this thing at the end. So for this one is okay. It doesn't block anything because it's only loading file. So like for this one, it's just loading them, but here it have to execute. Yeah, it has to execute. And then maybe they say if there is a lexical error, that's block everything happening, and then you will never see your static pages. Yeah, which is like it's like a big mistake, right? And try to avoid that as you can by putting it down, right? So that's cool. Okay, so we've been just talking about small things about it, and then how could we start. Then let's now build the layouts. So whenever we're having things, okay, whenever we're having like thing like this, you really need to see like the layout. You build the layout and stuff like that. And whenever you're trying to build the layout, it means like here we are trying to structure our code. We are going to structure. And then whenever we are structuring our codes, we also have to put in mind how we will be styling it. Yeah, let's now we know how to style the thing. It means like you have to take it accountably, like how you will style it. Yeah, how will you style it? How do you want style? How do you want it to be and stuff like that, right? So that's it. Yeah, and then whenever we're in HTML5, we're currently in HTML5, and what proved that is like doc type. Yeah, this doc type, this is the that's showing us that we are in HTML5. You can also check about HTML. Let's say HTML. Let's say for let's say header. I don't know if they're gonna provide the header I'm looking for. Let me see. Okay. Let's see if we're gonna bring the difference about it. But the way to let's see if she can provide here for her to HTML and stuff like that. Okay, they don't bring this apart from tags. So whenever what I was saying is like whenever you're in HTML5, which is the proof that's where this one. So it means like you should use the current elements of HTML5 so that you could use those features as accordingly, right? So in those features, the most used one is like use semantic tags. Yeah, use semantic tag for everything. Whenever I'm saying semantic tags for everything, this div is a tag that can have something container. There is span also can have something container. There is UL, it can also be a container. There is OL that can be a container. So like pretty much everything can be a container here, right? But they don't really have the same semantic meaning. They don't have the same meaning if if you could use this header or something like that. Yeah. If you could use header, if you could use say section, if you could use main, if you could use maybe footer, they don't have the same meaning. Yeah. So this one will be more meaningful and than even the thing. And then why would you use the semantic things again? Another thing, it's for they call this I don't know, I don't remember the thing, accessibility. We talking about accessibilities like there is some application that uses our elements. Let's say you are building an application for disability people who can really hear or maybe can't see, or I don't know, They can't see. Yes, they can't see, but they're using the screen reader, yeah. And the screen reader, and they really need to be having the elements that it should be clear for them that you are on this section, yeah. Maybe say you're on header. Maybe say you are hovering on this GML here. The I mean, the screen reader should tell you that you are on the header. The section may be called, or maybe the list element called Gmail. Sorry. I mean, you are on the item called images and stuff like that, right? So that's why these semantic things are being, yeah. So the first one is like use semantic one, and then um take care of like accessibility for accessibility and stuff like that, yeah. So now you're trying to build, yeah, and you're trying just to build this one. Yeah. I think there is no logo though, yeah. It's only that, yeah. So if you're trying to build this one, and the way we build just one by one. So people are different. Some people usually do one at a time. Some other do one by one and then style later. Style later, yeah. Some people will just do the thing, the first one, and then they style it. The second one, and they style it, and so on. But for me, I build everything with semantic HTML, and then I style it later, yeah. So I'm doing the footer, the header, yeah, and that's I'm gonna just call it header, uh, being the parent of the header things, and then I'm having here elements, yeah. So to approach the elements is also like different things, yeah. If the thing are in the list like this, I can whether decide to use div, I can decide to use like span, or I can just say to use UL, yeah. But for me, it's like UL makes sense for me. UL makes sense for me, and because I can know that, okay, this is a listing, um and then this is like a bullet points. I mean, I can style them accordingly and stuff like that, even though it's gonna just give me some extra work, but I'm pretty sure that is good. So, and I'm using UL, and then I'm having 1 2 3 4 5, yeah, and then I'm having, let's say, times 5. So these are just the shortcuts. Maybe you can learn them at all. So this one will create for me 5 things, yeah. So then the first one will be like Gmail. So most of time, if they're linked, yeah, if they're linked, it's better. So let's say this, and then let's say A, yeah. It's better to put them in it's better to put them in the in a what? Let's see. It's better 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. It's better to put them in the a tag, anchor tag, which is simple for a link, because you could see they are clickable. All of them are clickable, right? All of them are clickable, yeah. So this one will be Gmail. This one will be, let's say, images. I don't know what was that. Let's just call it filter for now, and then let's call this one menu. It can be menu or apps. I don't know you can call it, but let me say just call it menu there. Um, let's just call this one profile before we see how we could implement some photos and stuff. Let's just do that, right? And then we are done with this one, and then we can then use another semantic one. We call it for me, I like to call everything main. It means like with this one, I can really differentiate things. I can cover main. I can even anticipate by saying the footer. This will be footer. It means from there you'll be seeing that I'm having semantic. This is the header, this is the main, and then it's a footer. So that's how I usually do it, my things. Yeah. Then in the main, then I can have maybe one section that can have like an ID. Then the ID call it like, let's see, logo. And then this one will create something like a logo ID. Okay, call it class, but most of the time, the session I like to call them with ID. Yeah, so logo, and then I can have this Google logo. Maybe we download it. Let me see. Can I download it from here? Oh no, we download it. And then now, I can also have another section. Let me just have another section here. Let's say, sorry. Okay, sorry. Let me have a section here which have an ID, and then we call it search. Have an ID that is equal to search. Oh, sorry. I was supposed to do this, and then I call it search, and then this one will just create the thing for me. I can even do everything here. I can even do everything here. Then I say yeah, it has a child. Let's say I can have a child of this one. It can have like a child of this one. Then I can name. Let's say let's say like span, and then let's say span span. Okay. Oh, sorry. Let me just do this. Oh. And then inside there, I can have a span. This is not an input here. I can have a span that have a search. Let's say search button. I'm just putting the name so that I can refer to it later. Search span button. I can have like an input here and being search, and then I can have this another span. I can also have another span here. Then I'm calling them. Let me call this mic, and then I'm gonna having this one, and then see camera. Okay, and you see that I'm done with this one. You could also put names, IDs, and stuff. Let's say let's call this class and then let's put it a class of search. Let's say search icon, and then let's say this one to be um okay. Thank you. See you next time. See you next time, Twitter. I'm still here. We're still here discussing a bit. If who is there? I was saying like here we call this, then we say this like this one is like, and let's say this. I can even call this search, and then I'm saying Mike, and then this one I can put it class, and then I'm gonna just say like search search camera. Yeah, and I'm kind of done. I'm kind of done in these things because you could see like oh, okay. So mainly I've been only putting names, right? I haven't added the icon already. Okay, we okay. That what I'm saying. Okay, that what I'm saying. You see, I'm just having names. Yeah, these are classes already, but I will show. I'm just gonna show you in a short how you could add icons. Okay. Yeah. It means for now we're just creating the layouts. Mhm. Oh yeah, yeah. If you want the search to be shown, you just have to say value, and then you just say search, and then you see the value will be it can be shown there. Mm, you see, but there is also different things. You can either put value, or if you put value, it means it will be like an actual value. Yeah, you can still delete it before writing. But the good thing is to put like a placeholder. This the placeholder, it means is not selectable. So whenever you start typing, it just disappear, right? Yeah. So those are mhm. Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah. And then you could see the search thing, right? Good. So we finished that layout there. Let's go to this section here, a section here. And let me call this section. Let me call this section. Can I call them like actions? Let me call just actions. And I can see it has buttons, two buttons. One. The first one is like first one is Google search, and then another one is I'm feeling lucky. Yeah. And that's done. That's done. You can also put some classes here. I don't know if you want. What do you mean by search engine? Mm. If you even though you don't put anything, even if you say you're feeling lucky, it's just going to do research as well. You see, it's just doing research, random research. Yeah, no, not even related to things. Yeah, because if I'm going here, and let's say how to cook noodles, and then you go and feeling lucky. You see, yeah. But this one is like, yes, it's like running a specific page, choosing a specific page, instead of like if I had to go probably, let me say search, for example, you see that it will search and then give you much research. But that's when I'm feeling lucky is just choosing something. So for us, those functionality doesn't really care for us right now. You get me? Yeah. So that's right now we just like the buttons, we want them to be buttons and stuff like that. So the thing is, they don't really have to be buttons, right? You can them anything you want. You can them like a tag. You can them the anchor tag, the link one, so that you and then you style them later. Yeah. But for the semantic part of it, we just make them button because they are buttons. They are triggering some data and they're triggering some information. Yeah. And link between like a link and a button is that a link will take you to a page. Yeah, a link will take you to a page like this one will take you to a certain page. This one will also take you to a certain page, and this one will take you to a certain page, the web page. But whenever we are clicking the buttons, then they are submitting some information, which is like this one. I put it this one, and then it submits information. It sends like a request to the server to get something back. So that's why we are semantically structure them to be buttons. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's good. Good. So that was it. Let's now structure the section. The last section. Let me call this greetings. Greetings. Then in the session, I'm having this one. Let's say I'm just having a p tag. That's have whatever it is here. I can even have a p tag, and then I'm saying like the inside there to be a tag, and then let's say, and then we just bring the sheet, and then down here, let's say we can also, as well as doing that, and then we say like and then I don't know if I can, how I can do it, but let's see how we can do it. I can always do this one. I say a lie, and then they say three, so that I can say like in French. Then I say Kiswahili. Here's my language here, and then I can say also this one. And the end result is like, okay, you're going somewhere at least. And then if you just have to continue the footer, and then we having the footer there, and then we can even go in the footer, and then they say we having like a H3, um, and then we say just say the location, and then I'm also having that. I think I don't know how I can structure it. I can okay, let's see. I can even call them sections, and then let's say footer. Let's say you can even see like right, and I can say like footer left, and then if for right, so to go there, I'll say Eli, and then I will say like Eli, and then I will say times the 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say 4, and then if it creates like 4, then I'll be about advertising, business, and then I say how how search works. Oh, that's for us. And then let's say for left, and then you say Eli, and then you say like Eli again, and then you say times 3. Yeah. And then having like privacy, um, have terms here, have greetings. Yeah. And if we have to check this one here, you could see that we're having everything there as we wanted it to be. So that's mainly. I hope I didn't forget anything. Did I forget something? I'm pretty sure I didn't forget anything. Yeah. Okay. So that's mainly what we did. That's mainly what we can do right now. Yeah. Really. This one. Yeah, but I'm still writing layouts. I'm still writing the structures. I haven't started style them, right? So this is just only pure HTML. And this is how things look like whenever you're still writing HTML, yeah? Until you put the until you put the styles, it will still look like this, right? Yeah. So now I finished doing the structure. Then now I can basically basically start writing styles. Yeah. So let me see. Let me see. Let me make this one to be like this. Okay. No. Okay. So we can style this. Let me see how can I do thing. Okay, let me see. Let me see. So sorry. I'm going to style them, make them one line here, and then putting them to the left. Yeah. So you see, I'm having this one. Um, First of all, let me see. Let me see. I'm having header here. I'm having header here. So the way to structure, the best way to structure is like starting from the most high and then going down. Yeah. Whenever I'm talking most high, I'm talking about if I have to style this, I style. If I have maybe header, I will have to start by header. And then if I have to start UL, I'm gonna do the UL. And then if I want to start again, I will do the LI and then I'll do the A. Make sure to follow the hierarchical, right? That would be very nice and stuff, right? So for me here, let's see for header. Do I have something to do on header? I don't know. I don't know. Okay. I think that's the thing. Then the header, and okay. Until you do get something to do, you can still create it and then ignore it for now. And then I'm gonna say header. I'm not seeing anything to do with that one. I'm gonna see the header URL, which is inside there. And then I'm going first of all, I'm going to remove the styling. Yeah, I'm going to remove the styling. And then there is like list. There is something like list style type. I could go list style type, and then I'm going none just to remove this styling here, to remove those style there, and then I'm going to use flex. I can use flex, I can use grid, I can use whatever I want. I can use like positioning. I can use a lot of techniques to make them wrapping like one after another, right? I can make them like block one after another, right? I could also use the spam and stuff like that. But whenever I'm using these structures here, it means that it's easier for me. It's easier for me to style them. That's why I even use this structure because it's easier for me to reuse them. So, and again, I will use flex if things are one line, are only one line. If it's like something like grid or something like cells, which has like lines and columns, and then I would go with and then I will go with grid. Yeah, that's the difference between using grid and flex. Yeah, so then I'll be using the display property, which help us to do what they say in combination with flows and position, determine the type of box or boxes that are generated with elements. So this one just determine how the thing would be flexing and stuff like that. So I'll be using flex because it's like only on lines. Yeah, we care. Sorry, I'll be using flex because the structure is on a line. It's only on one line. Then I will need to use flex so that I can align everything on line. And whenever I say hinter, and then you see it putting everything on the same line, which is like becoming wonderful already. So whenever I use flex, I'm having different options. Yeah, I'm having different option. And then whenever we're saying flex, and whenever we're saying something, it's like it's like flexing from here to up there to done. So let me put a little bit of spaces between them. Let me say gaps. I can say gaps, and then let's say like one yeah, it's good, but I don't like it. Okay, as long as I'm having flex. I can say I can put some space between using the flex context, and then whenever I'm saying flex and then I'm saying content, this is like a property that will help us to put a spaces between here there. But I'm not liking it. Let me try to put around so that I can put the spaces even around here. But the thing is, I don't need all these much spaces. There's a lot of spaces in between because I wanted to put it them in space. Yeah, just fine. Let me say align. Let me say also align items. And then we say center. These align items, we put them in the center. Let me just let me do this one. Okay, so I think there is like some options and properties that we have to take care. So whenever we are trying to apply something, we need to remember that there is something we call content and the container. There is something that can be applied to the container and something that can be applied to the content. Yeah, like right now we want to put this one rather on the center or something like that. But we realize that what we want to put, this one is the container. So we need to put the items in the center. So we need to really get the elements that will play the role, that will play the role to doing that. And let me see, this is like item, align context. Let's try align contents, and let's say to put it on the center. Okay. And any other time you are doing some operation and they are not working, it's good to set them to be border and then let's say one piece and then say red and then solid. This one will give you the output of the thing. This one gives us that this container is having a flow of everything. So we can change it whenever we want. Let's say the align content and you see like it's still not working, right? It's still not working. Why? because I'm pretty sure that we are not targeting the right spot, which is what's the container. So let's try align item. This align items. Okay. Now it's also working. And let's see this one, and then we put it to the center. Okay. Justify. Let's see. This justify is just like justifying the item. Let's see the property. Okay. I think that's what I wanted to do. Anyway. So justify content, put this thing to the left, yeah. So then I can use the gaps property that I did to put like the space in between them, yeah. And then you see it's like adding a little bit of spaces between them. You can even add if you want. You can, let's say, put 7, and then it's adding. So you can put as much as fast as you want. This is it. Justify content. Yeah, I just justify the content to be end. Yeah, to be at the end of the it. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, as long as I'm using Flex, it means then it's giving me the possibility to justify content, justify items, justify elements, and so on. Yeah. And then I'm pretty sure. Okay. Now I'm pretty sure that my thing is at least it's the right spot. Yeah. You could see the space is good and this good. So most of the time also I like to put the wrappers. Yeah. So okay. I think let's see. For our things, I think we can just put the wrapper here. So whenever I'm talking about the wrappers, I'm like just talking about the space that are around the things. Yeah, the space that are around things. The space how differentiate things on both sides. And this one they are helpful because we don't have to style each one of them. Yeah, it is like if we come here and then we put a wrapper, then we definitely say like we can put like this a padding, and then let's say put a padding of like let's say like 2 rm. And then you see it's you try to put the padding of 2 rm to everything. You see it's putting some padding everywhere. Yeah. If you want to put like maybe 0 and then 2 rm, then it will apply to left and left, right and left. Yeah. If you want to put it everywhere, you will apply left and right. And then they will like wrap the same way, and also at the end, everything will be wrapped, at things. So I don't need this one anymore. So okay, this one is the top and bottom, and then so it's like a shortcut, right? It's a shortcut. There is different way to put padding. Yeah, you can say you know that you can have like padding. You can have like padding left. Have padding left. You have padding right. You have padding right and stuff like that. Yeah. So padding is here, like here. That's what I said. If I put here four, it means like this one is like top and bottom, and then the second one is like left and right. So it's just like a shortcut. If I have to store, you see that up in the bottom there is like 4 rem. You see? Do you see that there is much spaces here? Whenever I put the 4, yeah. It's like top and bottom, and then the two will be left and right. Yeah. So if I delete that one to put 0, it means like top and bottom be 0, and then left and right be 2 rm. Okay, yeah, that's what I did. So that's what we are done doing this one. So let's also here maybe use the phone family. Sorry, let's use the phone family here. Uh, see, I don't know. We can use the whatever we want. Let's see. Let's just use the one I know. So yeah, we can even use this one. Yeah, let's take go. So that's it. Yeah. So we're having it. So any other constraint? We're having this a. So let's say down. So let's say also header. And let's say all as. And then let's say style. Let's say font style. Let's say none. Okay. Mhm. Let's see if it's being applied. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, okay. I said the. I supposed to say this, and then supposed to be saying it in this. And this one definitely will be applied. Yeah. Uh, okay. I was supposed to apply text decoration so that I can remove the underline, and you see it's no longer underlined. And what else should I do? That was this underlined. I can say the color to be the same colors as we have in here. Oh, they're supposed to be whitey, something like this. Yeah, because yeah, okay, we can even make it white. We can even make it white. No, no harm. And again, we're gonna have like header, and then you and then you say gonna hover on it, and then we're gonna say text decoration, to be underlined, so that whenever we are hovering on it to be to be underlined, to be underlined. Let me see a filter. Oh, okay, the filter was supposed to be here. So it's like being underlined stuff. So we can style this one differently later, but yeah, you can see that it's underlined. Yeah. So that's it. I think now the page is looking nice right now. It's looking nice. Looking nice. Okay. So that was it. Let's see how we could add icons. So their icons library, the icons library that we could use. Let's see. There is most of them. There is some of them. There is like font awesome. There is CSS icons. There is Google icons, Google fonts icons, and so on. Yeah. Let's see fonts, library, flat icons, stuff like that. But I prefer using this Google's one. Let's just use Google icons, and it's even easier to export. Yeah, it's even easier to export. So let's say you just have to let's say filter. Um, what is the other Google filter? Let me try menu. We are having this one, and then if we click on here, you have different way to tell them. You can call it as PNG, you can call it as SVG. All these are formats. You can also go to link here for you to have access on it, and then and then you use that way. So yeah, it just gives you different options. You can whether download it here, okay, or you can just link it here, and then you can. Hmm? Oh, here. But here, as we are HTML, so we are not downloading anything. So we come and put it here in HTML, and you see it's a link. It's just a normal link, and then we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna put it. Yeah. Yes, that's right. That's right. Not really. It's okay. Depend of the source. It's depend of the source you're having, right? There's some sources like this Google. They are very quick. They are very fast. They are always there. Because also downloading it as an image is also another extra work for the way because it's also have to translate the page. You know that even the browser paints, yeah, it paints everything. So it has also to paint that image, which can also cost much, yeah. So if it's coming from a legit source, it's also nice. The thing is like in the way that we don't have those sources are not available. Let's say maybe this Google Fonts is down, it's not responding. That's when it can be a problem, yeah. But if it's not lagging, if it's not having any problem, then it's like a right way to use it because images loading images is far away costly than loading it from a CDN file. Yeah. Mm. Yes. Mm. Yeah, definitely depending on that one. It could be fast or slow. So for where filter menu. Yes, that's the idea actually. As you said it, Google. Mm. So that will be it. And then let's say also search for profile. You can also search like a profile. I don't know which one they use here, but let's just use this. Okay, let's use this. And then you just call this one here. Okay. Symbol. Mm. Oh, really? I think this is the common Zoom link for the group sessions. You know that? Wait. Is there someone? Sorry. Mm. Oh, okay. Okay. Let me check if there is no one is gonna use Zoom in this one or rest. We are Thursday today. Ah, the next session will start. Starting next session. Yeah, the next section will start at 7 p.m. Wait, when in an hour? Okay. Wait, is six what? Is it six? How many? Six? How many minutes? Oh, okay. So we still have. Maybe we can still do some more minutes if you are still available. Yeah. Let's just finish to do this. So okay, that's it. That's it. How you could do this one. So you could add the icon stuff and like stuff like that, right? And you see that whenever we're adding an icon, it's just being aligning itself automatically. Yeah, and you could see it's like clear, right? So let's see for the filter. I don't know how why this filter is now applying. I don't know how can I call them. Oh, such lab. Damn, this is nice. Go up. Hmm. Okay, yeah. I just see this. You see search lab down? It means that here I can easily come and then say search lab. Let me see. I can even say lab. I can even. Mm, mm. So okay, let me use which one? Okay, let me use this. Let me use this experimental, and then I'm gonna put it. Yeah. Wait, filter. Yeah, here. Okay. Let me check again. It's like Rick Martin. I don't know. I don't know much about it. I haven't done. I don't know much. Okay, so this we have. So I can also let's finish. Let's wrap up by putting down some over effect there. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, let's see how we can structure this one. Mhm. Okay, I got it. We're having this one and then we're having that one. So we're gonna have something like A. Oh,
Let's unlocate them. Okay, wonderful. And you could see they're squared. Then let me say border radius, and let me say like 10. Let me just say all the way 50. 50%. I want to make it as maximum as possible. But so, okay, I think they're having the same size. So as long as they're having same size, then I'm saved. And let me put like a bit of a padding of like 0.5 RAM. But it's like descalating. Put it like a tiny one. It's still not going well. I don't know. Okay, let me see. Okay, let me see. Okay, let me see. Okay, okay, that's good. That's good. That's good so far. And then let me say here over, and then I'm gonna say background to be accessed. What? So yeah, this is basically nice, but we can see which one. This one, the profile is supposed to be a photo, but we can add a photo. This this one is apps. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, because you can see. Yeah, something like that. Hmm. Good. That's it. So, okay, I think let's say we can do something here. Okay, you see that they were okay. Let me show you something. Let me, let me put it so five, padding to be five. You see that these elements are going a bit down. They're not on the same line. So I can just say a justify center so that I can put them on the same line. Then they're becoming nice. Yeah. Good. So this is the header. I think for now we can stop right here. We have been doing the session for almost an hour and 40 minutes. Oh, whoa. This is nice. Actually, this is nice. Yeah. Yes, yes, actually. So, yeah. Yes, yes, sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good, good, good. So now I think we'll continue. Oh, the next session will be then Saturday. That's when we'll continue to build our application again. So at the same time, 4 p.m. East. Okay, yeah, Sunday is mainly a day where we do data structures, stuff like that. Mm. Good, 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 good. That's cool. Yes. Yeah. Mm. Yes, yes, I get that. Yes. Mhm. Good, cool, cool. See you and hit me up anytime you need any help. I also practice more. The more you practice, the more you know things. Because there is something that I'm doing, like there's something that I did today, and it's been a long time that I haven't done them, but I still remember them. Why? Because I usually practice them much, right? So the more you practice, the more you know things. So keep like practicing, okay? So, mm, yeah. Mm. Oh, yeah. Good, good, good. Sure. Cool, cool, cool. See you. So, thank you everyone for giving me an honor participating on today's sessions. I think we'll wrap up from today. As you can see by summary, we are planning to do like a little bit of a clone of this Google page here using HTML, CSS, and DOM stuff. And so far, we are here. So far, we just made to do the I can say we just made the homepage. Oh, I mean, no, this the nav bar, the header, I can say with some icons here, and this is two text here. So I'm pretty sure that's Saturday. Saturday we'll be continuing with the other thing and see how far it is. So reach out to me anytime, maybe by comments. You can also follow the channel so that we can also grow the community together and stuff like that. Yeah. Right now, I think I would say ciao to you and see you Saturday, where I will be continuing this session. Cool.